What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pleeka podcast. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2. So this week, I couldn't find any interesting trivia for the movie. There's some that, like, Ego's Planet is, like, the biggest CGI thing in history of any movie ever. And, like, some little shit like that. But I didn't really think that was that, like, wasn't that interesting. So I'm thinking this week we start out with ranking our movies and picking best actor and that shit, and then we'll get in the movie.
Okay.
So do you want to read? Actually, first let's pick who is your favorite person in the movie, your best actor or actress.
I think I did this for Guardians also, but I'm picking Rocket.
Are you picking Rocket?
Yeah.
That kind of surprised me. For me, I'll let you explain after we both pick. For me, it's very close between Yondu and Drax. But I'm going with Drax. I think he was the MVP of this movie for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parts in this movie where he basically steals the show.
You know what's funny is I liked him a lot better the first time I watched it compared to the second time. It loses a little bit.
Oh, really? You think so?
To me, yeah.
Oh, I actually liked Yondu always, but I liked him more the second time rewatching this than I did originally.
See, now
I actually liked a lot of his scenes, like at the end with Peter and all that. And I just every scene with Drax is like hilarious.
I don't think it's fair that you can include Yondu.
Why?
Because he's in a Kevin Smith movie, so that automatically disqualifies him.
That's not true. I mean, no one gave him
No,
a chocolate-covered pretzel in this or anything.
Yeah, it's just you have a boner for anyone in a
That
Kevin Smith
does
movie.
help that he was in Mallrats. It definitely puts him up there a little bit. But I really did like his character.
No, he was good. He redeemed
Like
himself.
I really wish if they are ever gonna do that spin-off or make that Guardians of the Galaxy 4 whatever with that other team, I almost wish they would just do the past versions of them, so then Yondu could be on the team. Because that'd be one of the only reasons. Besides it being Sylvester Stallone and the head's Miley Cyrus, which is just so weird.
Yeah, that
Which you know what I didn't get?
I didn't know that was.
You know what I didn't get with the first time I watched it? They got like their own Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme dude on that team too.
Oh, I know.
I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
I think I was more like, oh my god, Sylvester Stallone, and then credit scene. But like,
yeah,
I was impressed by that a little
was
bit.
there 4 end credit scenes?
There's 5 in this movie.
5?
There's 5 end credit scenes.
I don't know.
I wrote down all of them.
What are they?
We'll get to that at the end.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But so yeah, those are our favorite. Oh, I explain mine. Why do you pick Rocket for yours?
He just makes me laugh.
Did you like his like arc in the movie of him at the end realizing that maybe he shouldn't be an asshole?
Yeah, but we
we
all know.
Did you maybe pick that because you kind of relate to that because like, I don't know, you're an asshole.
What are you trying to say?
I believe I just said it.
Like remember when Groot took that guy's eye?
Oh, he was just dying laughing. Yeah, that'd be you, and you're the asshole. Except at the end, you wouldn't go. When I still, you'd be like, yeah, I stole the batteries. Who gives a fuck? That's you.
Yeah, that's when I
You
lost
kind of are Rocket of the team.
I don't know if I agree with that. Is it because I'm smart and I can
And
make stuff blow
Hess
up?
is Mantis because he just puts us all to sleep.
Oh. Wow.
Speaking of Hess, since this is the Pleeka podcast, we should do some Pleeka updates on here. I feel
This
like
is the Pleeka podcast.
we relaunched therealpleeka.com. We got a brand new blog on there, Fat Ninja's Corner.
I like the first one. He's like Diamondbacks. He's a little worried about doing a blog every day or whatever he needs to do, and like the Diamondbacks had a cool game last night and like longest game ever or whatever. And then the Rams make a trade and he starts talking shit about the Rams. So fuck Hess.
I thought that's pretty cool. I like that he's into it. Something cool, something exclusive to the realpleeka.com.
Easy for you to say.
So you can go check that out. We also are now going to be uploading our podcasts straight to there and then also on iTunes and YouTube. But they'll be on that website first. So if you like our podcasts and you want to hear them, go check out therealpleeka.com. Got the schedule on there when everything will be uploaded and all that shit. But yeah, I wanted to shout that out that we're doing blogs and maybe doing some more exclusive stuff on the site. Who knows? But all right, so do you want to get into our ranking of the movies?
No, let's skip it.
Just skip that part altogether. I typed it all on here for fucking nothing, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, you go first. What's your list? Little Nicky Poo Poo stuck his head in doo doo, wearing an Incredible Hulk shirt and jerking off foo foo.
You know.
Yeah?
Tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah. Tomorrow when we do our little podcast with Hess,
Random Ramblings
you're rapping.
comes out every Thursday.
You're rapping MC Dildo.
Oh, that could totally be my rapper name.
Yeah, it could
MC
be.
Dildo, and I'm here to say that I'll pop in your pussy every day.
You rap like you're fucking the Sugar Hill Gang in 1980. Knock it off, and then you can't make yourself laugh. You're the only one.
No, someone watching this is like, oh, that was clever.
No, they weren't. Okay, I'm going from bottom to top.
Okay.
At last place, The Incredible Hulk, then Iron Man 3, then Thor 2, Iron Man 2, Avengers 2, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I switched them.
Oh.
Thor, Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, and then Winter Soldier is number 1.
So your number 1 didn't change anything of that.
No, and then I left out Civil War because that's number 1. I don't know why that's not on my list.
That's kind of funny.
The fuck?
So should I do my list backwards as well to build up the suspense?
Yeah, but make sure your number 1's on there.
No, mine is. I just typed it all out. So your number 1 is actually Civil War then, not Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's number 2, Ant-Man would be
Okay,
number 3.
so you probably just accidentally deleted it or whatever. All right, so bottom of my list, the 16th movie, I believe. Yeah. No.
Nope.
15th. Yeah.
Mm.
No, because last week was episode 15, so this has to be 16. It's the 15th in order. It's the 15th, but it's our 16th movie we've watched because we did Black Panther. That's why. I just thought about that.
So there's 18 and not 17? Because there's Thor.
Spider-Man and Thor are next. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. But
you could just count them real quick.
let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, there's 16 movies on my list. I mean, I should know that. Last week's episode was
15.
15, yeah. All right, so starting at number 16. I'm not going to say their numbers after this because that gets obnoxious. Starting at number 16, Thor the Dark World.
Boo.
Then Hulk, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3,
I don't understand that.
Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Black
Wow.
Panther, Captain America, Avengers, Winter Soldier,
This is where your list goes to shit.
Avengers Age of Ultron,
God.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Do you notice what I haven't said yet?
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Civil War.
You like this better than the first one?
I love this movie.
Why?
Because it's everything the first one does well, but just more, I feel like. I mean, the first movie was it's been my second for weeks. It was my first, like, when we watched it, but the next was, like, other shit.
Yeah, wait, what's your number 1? Civil War?
My number 1 is Civil War still. I do know, and I guarantee next week still, this is going to be my, Volume 2 will be my third, because I really like Spider-Man.
I think you're...
I don't know where
pre-ranking.
I don't know where Thor is going to be in there, because we haven't seen it yet, but I really, really, really enjoy this movie. Like, there isn't a single part of this movie that I could say was boring.
Really?
I liked everything.
See, I think it drags in the middle.
You think so? Like what part do you
When
consider?
his dad's showing him around.
See, I like that because like
I mean, I
for
understand.
one,
why
I got it
there.
in my notes too. You know, Jax brings up his dad's penis and stuff like that. But then because like you see like the good side of him showing everything, and then like the evil side, you get the big reveal. And I always like the villain's reveal and shit. But like I don't know, I thought like it all looked really cool. I like the humor in it.
I just think once... Okay, so, like, it starts off really cool, and then when they go to his planet, there's, like, a lull there that I just was like, come on, let's get it going. And then... But then... Rocket...
See, but it can't be all action. Otherwise, it'd make him always boring. You know what I mean? You know?
No, I know. It's just not my movie.
I loved it. It's not my number 1, but it is my number 2. So it's
So
hard. It's hard to beat.
It's the poop of your movie.
No, I guess technically you put it those terms.
You
But
put those terms.
Civil War is an amazing movie. Like Civil War would be a good movie if you took out their superhero names and put it normal people. I feel like just them fighting, building up,
It'd
and all
be weird
that.
when Bob shrinks down.
It'd be weird when Spider-Man shows up and some dude's just shooting webs out of his fists and shit.
He's never been called Spider-Man before.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really liked it. But so you want to get into the actual nitty-gritty of the movie?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like this movie.
Yeah,
I
like it enough to rank it 9th.
Yeah, I I don't. Think
I mean, at
it's
least
up
it's
there.
not at your bottom.
It's not, and I don't think it's
It's
anywhere.
no Thor: The Dark World.
It's nowhere close to as good as the first one.
Oh, to me, it is instantly. Like that opening scene to me, like that just shows how like the movie's just gonna be bigger and better
It's bigger.
and better. You forgot the second part that I
I didn't
said.
forget the second part.
Yeah, you didn't say
Groot
better.
was cool. Groot was better.
Yeah, I liked Groot more in this. I mean, Groot in the first one was neat, but like he didn't do much. I mean, he doesn't do much in either. But I felt like his scenes were a lot better in this.
I feel like if they would have taken out all the not instant replays, what is the slow-mos?
Mm-hmm. The movie would have been like 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah.
There was a lot of random slow-mo.
I don't remember that
I
from
will
the
give
first
you that. Like the one part where Groot runs to get the bomb to the brain, and then Star-Lord jumps down, and he's like, all slow-mo, and then it just cuts to something else. I was like, that wasn't necessary. That was like 30 seconds extra.
No,
That just didn't need to be
like
there.
Look, we got a new thing that does slow-mo. Boop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's do it right now.
It was just very odd. But all right, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, directed by James Gunn. The budget was $200 million. In the box office, it made $863.8 million.
That's a waste.
It's $200 million more than Doctor Strange did.
Yeah, but
And I think like $400 million more than Ant-Man did.
I think to me it feels like obviously that's plenty of money and it did fine and they'll make 3 and they're all that. But to me it feels like almost like I always want to call it Watchmen. Doctor Strange, I have no idea why they don't make any sense. Doctor Strange feels like more of a success to me
because it was new.
Because it was new, it made a lot of money and it didn't cost as much.
Yeah, it didn't cost as much. Yeah,
it was close, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but I mean, regardless, obviously this is a success. It just feels like.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's
like this. I mean, Black Panther's made more money than any fucking movie ever at this point, and that's amazing because it's a new thing. Like we did see him in Civil War, but the fact that it's a new thing that a lot of people didn't know anything about and all that, makes it great. So I get what you're saying.
Except Captain America and Winter Soldier.
But so the movie starts out in Missouri Earth, 1980, with Star-Lord and Star-Lord's mom and dad. And then 34 years later, we get, to me, in my opinion, the best opening of any MCU movie.
Now, first question. Which is a better CGI? The young guy from Westworld, just lost, Dr. Ford?
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins? Young Anthony Hopkins?
Or young Iron Man?
Or young Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
I would say probably...
I say Kurt Russell.
I was going to say probably Kurt Russell because, like, I don't know, watching the movie, I honestly don't even think, oh, they made Kurt Russell young. I'm like, okay, that's a young...
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, it's just young. Yeah, you don't even think about it. With Robert Downey Jr., you're like, oh, that's weird. They made him young. And, like, Anthony Hopkins, it kind of seems like it, but kind of doesn't.
So, both Anthony Hopkins and Iron Man, I don't know why. It's not like those are the only 3 times they've done it, but those just stick out in my head.
Yeah.
Maybe because we've talked about all 3.
Yeah, we've at least done a podcast on each one of those things.
Yeah. So, and that's the only thing that matters. So, if, like, both Anthony Hopkins and both Robert Downey Jr., it's like weird. It's fine. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks better than most people could do.
Yeah, it looks good and it's fine, but it's just there's something about it that you can put your finger on.
But then Kurt Russell's just
Kurt Russell's
great.
like, oh yeah, he's driving. This
Yeah.
is they must have got footage
Like
from another movie.
I honestly didn't even think about it until you brought it up that they made him young.
Oh.
That's like I just saw him like, oh, okay, it's part of the movie.
He just shaved.
I mean, it almost looks like he shaved and all of a sudden he's a young guy.
Yeah.
But
maybe he's really that's really him, and he just gets older when he puts a beard on.
That's kind of odd. His body's just different like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the beginning of the movie? They're fighting that big ass monster from another dimension. That's another time now that they've mentioned other dimensions.
Another dimension.
In the MCU. And then Groot. I couldn't think of his name. Groot starts the radio and starts dancing and all that shit. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Deadpool.
Oh, I could see that a little bit.
Very slightly, like where it's like it would freeze and then turn, and then like it was cool how Groot just doesn't give a fuck. He's just dancing to music.
Yeah,
and they're all fighting.
I love too when Drax at the end he smashes the boombox. He's like, ah, and starts like hitting him
Oh,
because
yeah.
he like throws a little like temper tantrum.
I don't even think Drax felt it.
No, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, and see, like, Drax jumps in that thing and fucking stabbing it, and then Gamora
And then falls through, and he's like, oh, I defeated it by myself.
Think how annoying that would be if you had to listen to that all the time.
That would be, but that now that I don't and I just see it in the movies, it's great.
I thought about this during the movie too. I remember you saying that you thought Gamora was annoying this movie.
I didn't find her as annoying the
I didn't
second
find her
time
annoying at all.
Yeah,
And I almost
the-
picked
the-
Nebula as my favorite.
yeah, I really like her too. I'm excited to see her in Infinity War. 'Cause she's supposed to have a big part in that. I mean,
could see that
she is Thanos' daughter, so they both
would-
should.
You would think she wouldn't like him.
Thanos?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, at the end of this movie, she's like, I'm gonna go kill him.
yeah.
So yeah, that'll be. I feel like it'll be really interesting seeing
She
her in
probably had the best line of the movie.
Which one was that?
When she saves Gamora and she looks at her like, oh, and she's like, get over it. That was like the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, she says a lot of funny things. They're like, I like when they're like, we're family. She's like, all you guys do is fight and argue with each other. You're not family.
Yeah.
Like I liked her little like one-liner she got. So the Guardians of the Galaxy go to the Sovereigns to get Nebula for defending the batteries, and then Rocket tells Drax he stole a bunch of batteries. Which, you know, if he didn't do that, I don't think they would have ever gone on this journey in the movie and found Ego and all that shit. Because they probably just would have gone to some random other place, and
Yeah, that's true.
so, you know, in the long run, him being a dickhead saved them.
It was kind of funny when he was winking with his wrong eye.
Yeah, I did like that. He's like, oh, I was doing the wrong eye. I'm sorry, I was supposed to be with the other eye. You weren't supposed to see that.
That was yeah, they're dragging around. That's supposed to be behind your back.
So the Sovereign fleet shows up behind them, and Drax rats on Rocket for stealing the batteries. And then I really like that the ships
Is
are
that a-
remotely piloted like
Is
video
that a
games.
pun
What?
that he ratted on him?
No, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess kind of. And then I also really like the scene when Rocket says he's gonna put Drax's turd in his pillowcase, and he's like, "Oh my God, I have famously large turds." That reminds me of you.
Wow. Do I have famously large turds?
You have famously smelly turds, but anytime somebody brings up poop, you come to mind because
Aw.
you poop like 14 times a day.
Yeah, probably.
You poop once for every monster you drink.
I haven't had 14 monsters.
Also, you poop more than you drink monsters.
No.
Either way, that's not healthy.
I think this is only my third one today.
Only your third monster.
It's young.
So then Drax puts on a shield, grabs a gun and a rope, and jumps off the ship and destroys a sovereign ship.
You say.
And then they all are saved by a mysterious man on a ship, and then they jump/crash
Which
land
that was goofy
to
as fuck.
Bahurt. Yeah, I really like that though. He's like standing on it. Because I mean, like if he dies, he doesn't give a shit. He'll just make a new body on his planet.
Yeah, I guess. That's
But-
weird.
I thought that was really cool. I've noticed that as the movies get weirder, you're one of those people that don't accept it. You're just like, that's weird. I don't like it.
Oh,
But-
it's not about that necessarily.
Well,
it's
because
just-
you said that you didn't like Doctor Strange because of, or it was, I don't know, somebody like you said it was too weird for you. So like I it seems like once they get a little too sci-fi for you,
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi, so. But
yeah, you like Game of Thrones.
yeah, that's amazing. I don't know. Normally, if it wasn't for the character build up in that, I wouldn't like it at all because there's too much.
Well, yeah, that's the part that makes it great.
Yeah. I lost what I was gonna say with the Game of Thrones jab. I don't remember what I was gonna say. But it wasn't really the sci-fi. It was just that, like, how do you defeat a guy that can just make a new body? I guess you blow up his brain and
Blow up his planet.
blow up his planet in the middle of his brain in the middle of his planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that in the movie. I love when Gamora yells at Rocket and Peter, and then Peter goes, "If what's between my legs could have flown that ship? Oh, we'd have made it through there, no problem." I love that. 'Cause if you guys are not flying with your hands, what's between your legs?
Yeah.
See, like, they're to me, that's what makes this movie good too. It has the best dialogue out of any of the Marvel movies.
Well. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn good. I mean, everything Chris Pratt says is funny. Everything Rocket
Yeah.
says is funny.
That's what gets me excited because I read today that James Gunn wrote all their dialogue for Infinity War, so that'll be interesting to see them
I can't
talking like
I can't
that.
see them getting along with like Captain America.
Well, I mean, we saw that's a good plan, except it sucks. Let's do it my way, and then it'll be good.
Well, yeah. Although, like, just for instance, like them arguing is just like Winter Soldier and Falcon arguing,
Yeah.
and we loved that too.
Yeah. So that's I'm excited to see them banter and then like fight together.
yeah. Will they
s-
fight each other? Because they always do that first.
They probably won't because the movie's gonna be so big. I don't think you have time to be like, all right, Iron Man versus Star-Lord. You know what I mean?
Good.
So Ego lands with Mantis and tells Peter that he's his dad.
Dumb name too, by the way.
What?
Ego. They
What?
even say that in the movie.
Yeah, but I mean they couldn't have named anything else. That's his name in the comics.
I could have called him Bob.
No, they couldn't have. Then at Contraxia, we see Yondu in a space strip club, and then he fights with his old Ravager group / Sylvester Stallone. And we also get a little Howard the Duck cameo there
It's
as
the
well.
second Sylvester Stallone movie I watched this week.
Oh, 'cause you watched Creed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool that they had Sylvester Stallone play one of the Ravagers. 'Cause if it wasn't for him, it'd be such a little part.
It's a tiny part.
Yeah. I was moving it was interfering with it. I could hear it making noise. But yeah, it's such a small part that it's cool that he wanted to do it and that he was involved. And then you got, I can't think of his name, Michael Rosenbaum. You got him as that glass dude. Miley Cyrus as the head. Like,
I didn't
There's-
know
there's
the
a
other
t-
people were anybody.
you get, I forget. I could look it. I'll look it up later. and put it
Wasn't
in.
Bob Dylan one of them too?
Here, I'm gonna pull it up right now. There's a ton of
Kidding.
people.
Yeah, it's cool that it's so gigantic that you can just have like someone play Sylvester
It's
Stallone
a
play
tiny
part.
role and like a
Yeah.
little cameo. Yeah.
Like here, you're in this. In fact, when he came on there, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he's in this, and then he's literally not in it in the rest of the movie
Until the post-credit scene and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Ving Rhames was in it too.
He's part of the group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's to me that's really cool that they got that many people. I guess that we named all the people, so yeah, we already had it. But yeah, I really like that part of the movie. And then it's so weird too that like that scene happens at a space strip club.
Kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and that cool Howard the Duck. So then
But let's be honest, there would be space strip clubs.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's weird too thinking about it like watching Captain America 1, and you know he's doing that almost, and just to think, oh yeah, there's a space strip club out there.
Yeah.
Like that's just so weird that to compare the two. And then I did see today, which I found very interesting.
How much shit did you see today?
Well, 'cause I was watching videos on Guardians. So
I got you.
I
It's like Jesus.
Star Lord's mom is in.
It's got it going on.
No, she's in Captain America, the first one. She's one of the girls that walks up to Cap. I think like when he's doing one of his shows
Mm-hmm.
as Captain America.
Oh, so she's like 102.
She's there.
Is
mean,
it?
I mean, it's just the actress.
Oh.
But so she's in another Marvel movie.
That's weird.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I saw like I think someone's like, "Oh, is she related?" I doubt it, but that's interesting because they don't really double cast people in these movies that often.
It'd make her like 60 in 1980, so it wouldn't work.
It will be like her grandma. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. So the Sovereign ship shows up and sends Yondu after the Guardians. And then I liked when Gamora and Peter are talking in the woods. And she goes, well, if Ego's just evil, we'll just kill him. Which is exactly what they do in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty. She's like, yeah, well, we'll go check it out. And if he ends up being evil, we'll just kill the guy.
They don't really have a problem with killing people.
Yeah, no. But that's one thing that I think is kind of cool. Because like most superhero movies, it's like, oh, no, I just have to arrest him. But they're just like, no, fuck this guy. He's bad.
Yeah.
So then Drax, Peter, and Gamora go with Mantis and Ego to Ego's planet. And then we get a pretty cool action scene when the Ravengers attack Rocket and Nebula at the ship. I like that. When
Yeah,
Rocket has a little thing and he's singing and all that into the little radio.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I picked Rocket too, is because like it showed that he's not just a wise guy that's a pilot.
Yeah.
And he's well, like
He's almost like a raccoon Harrison Ford. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's Han Solo of this movie. A little bit. He's the wise guy, you know, whatever, kind of an asshole, but then he can hold his own.
That makes Groot Chewbacca.
Oh, he totally is.
Yeah.
People have probably pointed that out.
Yeah, probably.
I never got that
Your
until
eyes
now.
got like that big.
Yeah, I never thought of because he's like, he's like, I'm Groot.
That's why I said it.
That makes me like him even more. So then,
Yeah, you didn't pick him.
well, yeah, he's not the best still. Yondu decides to just
Plus, it's Bradley Cooper, so it's
Yeah.
just funny.
Yondu decides to just take the batteries and not kill the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then all the Ravengers start arguing, and then Nebula shoots Yondu in the head. I remember when we first watched that, she shot him.
You
I was
that
like,
killed him.
oh shit, did he just die? But and then eventually you see him tied up. But like, because you don't see him for a little bit, they cut to some other shit after that, and like he falls down slow. I was like, That was a dick move.
We didn't say our favorite scene.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end.
Okay. Yeah, and then she shot Rocket.
Oh, yeah. And then Ego welcomes Peter, Drax, and Gamora to his planet and reveals that he is a Celestial. And then I still love when Drax asks if he made a penis.
Yeah, you would.
And then Drax is like, my dad would tell us the story of when he made it with my mother all the time. And then Star's like, that's disgusting. He's like, it was beautiful.
Yeah, Drax
It's
is
just
weird.
it's just so random. Everything it's so weird that that
it's
penis
funny.
thing and the strip club thing are in a Disney movie. You think that's just odd to me, but that's really cool. So then Baby Groot, Rocket, and Yondu get captured by the Ravengers, who have killed all of Yondu's men, and then Nebula goes and gets a new hand and a ship and heads to Ego's planet. And then we got Ego shows Peter how to use his celestial powers. They play catch, and then Baby.
The catch was funny. I remember. I think Chris Pratt was on Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers or one of those.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah. And they like showed them play catch, and I was like, oh, that's weird. It's like Field of Dreams or something.
So then Baby Groot / Kraglin breaks them from their cell, and then they kill a lot of fucking Ravengers, and then they escape on Yondu's ship.
You're gonna talk about Taserface?
No, I kind of skipped over that. Although, did you know the guy who plays Taserface is the guy from the beginning of Stranger Things? The guy who's like helping out 11 and then gets shot by the government people.
Oh yeah,
That's
like he's a
Taser.
guy in the diner.
Yeah, that's Taserface.
Oh really?
Yeah, I always felt bad for that guy in Stranger Things. Because I kind of liked him. He was nice to 11 and all this shit.
Well, he did call them. So fuck
Well,
him.
yeah, but at the same time,
He's like, wait,
he didn't. He just called because it was a
Yeah, I
little
know.
girl. He didn't know that they were gonna come and like murder bitches and shit. So
Murder
then,
bitches and shit. What, Snoop Dogg?
well, I was rapping in the beginning, so I could be. Maybe I'm the next Snoop Dogg. I'm like Snoop Pup. I'm not quite a dog yet, but I'm almost there. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Gamora and Peter fight, and then while sitting outside, she's attacked by Nebula.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, remember in the beginning when I called you an asshole?
Mm-mm.
That still stands. Ego tells Peter that he is immortal as long as the light on the planet is lit, which I felt was a little almost unnecessary to say, because it's kind of like, oh, well, basically you got powers until this movie's over. Because we all knew that Ego was the villain.
Oh yeah.
So I felt
So because his, see, I don't understand that. Because his dad dies, now he doesn't have power anymore.
Well, I don't think Ego had powers off the planet.
You remember him standing on the ship?
Well, he was just standing there.
But you said if he died, he'd make a new person.
Yeah, he died. That was that was like a drone. Those bodies are like drones to him. So I don't think he has powers off of that planet. So basically, when that planet's gone,
when he went to Earth,
'cause they
was he
were-
a drone?
yeah, I think so. He had drone sex with Peter's mom. That was almost
You don't hear that every day.
That was almost the name of this movie. Instead of Guardians of the Galaxy, it's drone sex with Peter's mom, Volume 1. So then
But I'm the asshole.
Mantis wakes up Drax and tells him that Ego got what he wanted and that they are in danger. And then Ego gives Peter the big villain speech, and Nebula and Gamora find thousands of skeletons in the core of the planet. And then
Yeah, he was banging.
yeah, a lot of people. He used that penis well.
Yeah.
And then Rocket and Yondu are still jumping through space, and we get our 15th Stan Lee cameo.
Oh, man. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, at that time, I was a Federal Express man.
Yeah. Who's he talking to?
I knew their names, and now I think they're called the Watchers. I could be wrong on
Is
that.
it because they were watching? The
But they're
movie?
supposed to be like the Watchers of the Marvel Universe, like make sure everything's going good and like kind of putting their hands in things. And then he's telling them all his other cameos. Like he talks about your favorite one from Civil War. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then I was a postman.
FedEx guy, but whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Still a postman.
FedEx guy.
But so
whatever.
do you think eventually they're gonna make his cameos like how they because they did this? He talked about that. Do you think they'll eventually mean something? And if they did, would that make them worth it to you, or will you just never give a shit?
No, they'll never mean anything, and if they do, I still won't give a shit.
Okay, that's fair. I get that. I maybe
He
will.
had 2 cameos in this one.
Well, there is the same thing though.
Yeah, but they was in there twice.
Yeah. Do I gotta put both those clips in here now?
No.
Gamora chokes Mantis and asks about the bodies, and then we get the reveal from Mantis and Ego that all the skeletons are his children, and he gave Peter's mom cancer. And then I love that just the second Peter hears that, he just starts shooting Ego.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really like that. And then he's like, "You killed my mom."
Well, you think about it. He thinks about his mom like forever,
Yeah, literally both movies.
And then he's known his dad for like a second, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I killed your mom." And so
He should teach Tony Stark a thing or two about killing the person that killed your mom. He did it way better.
Yeah.
Tony Stark couldn't even do it at all. He's just like, drop your shield, little bitch.
He should have said, "Get over it." That's what he told that little kid in the fucking
In the alley of
in the
Iron Man
garage
3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So then the Guardians save Peter from Ego, and they fly into Ego's
oh wait, I had a
core.
question.
What?
You know how when Mantis touches someone, she can make them like.
Do you want to know
feel?
if she can give someone a boner?
I think she gave Drax a boner. I think that's a problem. No, but Gamora grabs her.
And then she goes, "You're angry."
What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Like,
It's just touch. Like either way, someone touches her, she can give them feeling.
so why did she give her like an feeling when she grabbed her and she was mad?
She didn't. She made her more angry because when she's like, "What's going on with me?" So I think she made her more or did something like that.
Is that why she's green? She's turning into She-Hulk.
No, she was already green before.
Oh.
So our Guardians save Peter from Ego, and then they fly into Ego's core to kill him. And then the Sovereigns show up to get their batteries, which I really like that. They kept calling on Kraglin was calling on the radio, and he's like, "What? Oh, shit!" And, like, all the guys are coming.
Oh, yeah.
So then, even though I've seen the tape bomb scene a million times, I still find that scene hilarious. With Groot and all that, and then he's going, "Do you have tape? Do you have and then he's like, "Would Scotch tape work?" "Yeah, Scotch tape work fine. I don't have any." Why would you ask?
It is funny, especially like I was watching with headphones, so you notice like there's you hear all the and you can hear like Chris Pratt like way off in the distance, which you might not get on a TV.
Yeah.
You get in a theater, but you're not gonna get it on TV. And then and the whole time you just it's like nobody has tape.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Did you ask Nebula?"
And she was
said-
sitting right next to Yondu.
Yeah, but he said yes.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "That's the point. I gotta do everything."
So then Mantis, also Mantis getting hit by Drax and him telling her, "Watch out," after she's already been hit. It will always be a funny scene to me. I laughed out loud in the living room when that happened.
You also laughed at your rap.
Well, because that was fucking hilarious. Best part of this podcast by far. Although if he asked me to do it again, I couldn't. I forgot the whole line.
It wasn't that tough. You just say something else, it'd be just as good.
Wow. See what a supportive father I got over here? He doesn't even support my rap career.
No one supports your rap career.
I'm going to start wearing, like, diamond chains in here and be like, "Whoa, what, Nick?"
Not gold chains?
No, diamond chains, because I'm better than gold.
Keep talking about Guardians, please.
You can put a dick in your mouth. Yondu calls Kraglin to land for an extraction. Then Peter activates his celestial powers to fight Ego, which I really like that he ends up becoming Pac-Man to fight him. Because it's just like he said in the beginning, he said he was going to make Pac-Man. And he's like, "I'm going to make some weird shit."
Yeah, that was funny. The Pac-Man shit was weird, but yeah.
So then Groot plants a bomb on Ego's brain, and Yondu decides to sacrifice himself to save Peter. The bomb blows up, and Then Ego dissolves in Peter's hands, and then Yondu grabs him. They fly off the planet, and Yondu dies. Which I thought was a little sad that they killed Yondu. I thought it was, like, the way they did it was cool, and, like, he sacrificed himself. He's like, "I've been treating my whole life to do something nice," even though he did something nice. He saved Peter from getting killed by Yondu. But I like that whole end part of all that.
Ego.
What did I say?
Yondu.
Oh, yeah. Yondu saved Peter from getting eaten by Yondu.
You skipped over the part where he's Mary Poppins.
Well, yeah, he was Mary Poppins, but that wasn't an important
hilarious.
part. I do really like that part. So then the Guardians have a funeral for Yondu, and Kraglin gives Peter a Zune from Yondu, which I thought that was pretty interesting. And then the Ravagers show up for Yondu's funeral.
Avengers?
He should, yeah. What's weird though is because you know how at the end of this movie, kind of him and Gamora, like she admits she likes him. They say the unspoken thing.
Yeah.
This movie takes place in 2014, because it's only like 2 or 3 months after Guardians 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Infinity War is in present time or whatever, technically the future, because Spider-Man Homecoming fucks up the whole timeline, makes it in the future, because they do 8 years ago flashback and all that.
Yeah.
So that means they've been together and like doing that for at least 4 years. So do you think they'll be a bigger couple in Infinity War?
No.
You don't think so? Or do you think they won't even touch on it till the next Guardians?
Yeah. I think they'll be. I mean, I think they'll still have the little.
Because I thought about that at the end of this. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like 4 years will pass, at least.
They'll still be like Sam and Diane.
I did like that you mentioned that. It's like the TV show, and if we mention it, then we'll lose ratings.
Yeah.
So then we get the end credit scenes. So remember, you said you wanted to know what the 5 were. So the first one is Kraglin practicing his whistle arrow, and then he ends up hitting Drax.
That was funny.
That was really funny. And then we get the original Guardians of the Galaxy back together. The whole team, we talked about them earlier. Got the reveal of Adam Warlock, which was supposed to be in Guardians 1. And then he was supposed to be in this movie as like the villain, and then now he's going to be in Volume 3.
That,
And
okay, that's what I
he'll
was
be
gonna
he'll be
ask you.
after the Guardians.
They didn't really show him, but I don't
Yeah.
have any idea who this fuck is, but
I haven't really read anything with him, but I know he's a really big comic book person. So like they've been wanting him in these movies for a while. And then we got the Teenage Groot end credit scene, which I love. I'm excited to see Teenage Groot in Infinity War. That'd just be so weird.
I'm Groot.
Yeah. Look at it. Like I can imagine them all fighting Thanos is like killing Captain America or something, and he's just there playing his video games or whatever.
Well, the funny thing is Teenage Groot should be pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean he's strong as fuck as Baby Groot. So. And then the last end credit scene is Stanley getting left behind on that planet. Which I bet you were like, oh, thank God, maybe he'll die.
No, I didn't. That was so annoying that I didn't even count that as an end credit scene.
I mean, it was after the credits and it was a scene, so.
Yeah, it's still never happened.
Just wanted to see how long we were going for. So you wanna what was your favorite scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Well, I was thinking about it when you were yapping about being an MC Dildo.
That was my rap name. I remember the rap now. MC Dildo, when I'm here to say that, I'll pop in your pussy every day. You must knocked over your monster. Don't throw Flash at me. Nobody throws Flash in my room.
Then don't rap.
Wicker, wicker. No, don't. I'll break your ram. I called him a fram. Say your favorite scene. What?
What are you gonna break?
Your ram.
I got 2. I don't care.
I'll break your other one.
Well, then I have 1.
I'll break dance on both of them while rapping.
You can't dance. I think it's when Groot steals his little thingy. I don't know what that's called. The top of his head.
His
fin.
Fin.
Yeah. That whole scene, like at one point he even drags the desk over. He gets the eye.
Yeah.
He does like all, and it's just like, I don't know. It just cracks me up. And he looks like so innocent, and like, oh, okay. And like, especially the first time, because Yondu just thinks he's coming back with it, and he's like, all right.
Yeah.
And then Rocket's like, yeah, I didn't think he understood you.
He's like, you explain it this time. He ends up getting some dude's thumb or toe. He's like,
oh, they have
yeah.
the toes.
And he's like, please tell me that you guys have a refrigerator here with severed toes. And he's like, no. I'm trying.
And then he's like, let's just not ever talk about this again.
I'm trying to think what mine was. I had a scene on here that I thought I wrote down as being my favorite, but I can't remember what it was now. I think it's either between the opening fight with all them together.
I mean, that was cool.
And then, like, Peter's like, oh, you're doing guns now? I thought guns were my thing. Like, how he gets all butthurt about that. And then she ends up having to use the sword anyways and all
Which
that.
was kind of funny.
Yeah. Between that and probably the end fight scene. Just basically everything inside Ego's core I really liked.
Oh, like them fighting together and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's definitely multiple to choose from.
Yeah. And did you know how, like, because while they're in Ego's core, there's that blue shit just all over different planets destroying people?
Yeah.
Which I guess that's the one part I will say. That part didn't really need to be in the movie. I guess they had to have something to destroy Ego because he's trying to destroy the universe or whatever, but that was weird. But with the Goo's on Earth, and you know the car that was driving away, and there's 2 people in the car. There's like an old man and someone else.
I'll just say yeah. I mean, I remember everyone scattering, but I don't remember specifics.
It's the last scene they show. There's on Earth, and there's a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's Peter's grandpa in the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's legit his grandpa. It's the same actor, so I don't know why it wouldn't be. But I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't it, like, take out a Dairy Queen in the beginning?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Well, because they drive to that Dairy Queen in the opening of the movie.
Oh, when they're listening to Brandy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think those would be my favorite scenes.
Not the beginning when he makes out with Peter's mom?
No, not really that. I didn't really care about that. But then, so are you ready to watch the trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming?
No, can't do it.
Oh, okay, we'll just skip it then.
Okay. Let's skip Spider-Man, just go right to Thor.
I'd rather not. Oh, there's the Spider-Man Homecoming full movie here on YouTube. Want to just watch the full movie right now? And
Just right now, we'll do a commentary.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking possibly, which I guess it would be a little boring to do now, but here, hold on, let me tape this. I was thinking it might be neat if after we do all these movies and we watch Avengers and all that, we each pick our favorite, like just #1 movie of this, which hopefully they be different. As of right now, it seems like they're gonna be Civil War.
Right.
If not, then I'll pick my second, whatever we'll do. But then we do a commentary track for our top 2. And I was thinking it might even be fun to do our top movies and our bottom movies, like our #1 and our very last one.
So it'd be Thor 2.
Do commentary tracks for each of our last ones. I thought that might be kind of interesting too.
That might be interesting. Could you just put it on the website?
Yeah, I could put it on the website. Yeah.
And then.
I'm just making sure I get the trailer from Marvel. Okay.
Are you sure you got Spider-Man and not like and it's Homecoming this time and not like Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, I'm positive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are hitting play on the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer right now.
What's up, guys?
I part of the thing I love about this movie too is the opening of the movie is a vlog version of Civil War. Which I liked that, and like I don't know, this is just my favorite Spider-Man.
You're the Spider-Man from YouTube.
This was really good. I mean, the bad guy was.
And
great.
it's almost like a Iron Man 4 a little bit too.
Can I try the suit on?
Yeah, I mean a little. Yeah.
It's also Pepper Potts finally appears again as well.
I don't remember that.
She's at the end with that new suit. He's an amazing villain too.
He should play Batman.
He's right up. He's right up there with Michael B. Jordan as the best villains, I think.
He's really good. I still remember how you talked about it last week, but how creepy he was when he drives into the prom or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I kind of felt like Tony Stark's a little bit of a dick to him.
A little bit, yeah.
He's like, "Here, let me push your boat together for you."
I was just trying to be like you.
I want you to be better. I'm gonna need the suit back.
But I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
I mean, Tony's nothing without his suit.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be a billionaire, but he doesn't. He can't be Iron. He doesn't save people without the suit.
I'll do anything to protect my family. I know you know what I'm talking about.
This will be our Tupac crossover.
Or what? Oh.
Because what's his name is in it.
Because I will kill you and everybody you love.
My friends are up there.
The guy is still out there. I just gotta do this on my own.
Just don't do anything stupid. All right?
I do like his homemade suit in this too a lot.
Yeah, it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The goggles and shit.
It seems because like he's smarter in this than the average Spider-Man
I thought you were
person.
gonna say the average bear.
He is smarter than the average bear, but I feel like he's kind of smarter than the other ones. Like he seems like a legit scientist in this. So like that seems
Yeah.
more of a suit that he would build other than just put some cloth together and all that shit.
Yeah, I remember liking. I think we didn't have to see like his uncle get killed and all that shit.
Yeah, I like that. It's almost like a sequel to a movie. Like it's just whatever. It's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I wish they did that a little bit more with the movies.
Yeah, like with Batman.
Yeah. Hopefully they will with the new Batman that's gonna come out in
No, his-
fucking 3 years whenever
I'll
they make it.
Guarantee you, his parents died.
His
in it.
parents die in that? Fuck. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Pleeka podcast. Make sure you go check out therealpleeka.com. You can go check out our Patreon. And you can tweet Nick pictures of your balls. And we'll see you guys next week for Spider-Man Homecoming.